The bottom line is the Great American Bash is now on the air. And it's hot, hot, hot in public, if you will.
The Great American Bash is the realization of a dream.
My brother's gonna kick some booty this summer, baby.
From the creation of this very event to building the foundation of NXT, the influence of Dusty Rhodes is palpable.
The Big Dust is coming home tonight, baby.
In a city where the American dream was born, NXT has returned to the Lone Star State. And it's time for this generation of NXT superstars to show the world that their desire, their will, and their ambition is Texas-sized.
Dirty Dominic Mysterio is your new North American champion!
Championships are on the line.
You best believe I want my rematch.
I warned you not to take the match, but you're too stupid.
Mommy said I'll fight both of you. Champ coming through.
Under triple threat rules, who is walking out of Austin with the North American title?
History is within reach.
Tiffany Stratton, I know I can win and become the youngest women's champion in history. Everybody loves Thea Hale, but you will not tap me out.
Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah!
Careers will be defined.
This is a different game, and you don't belong here.
The Olympic gold medalist Gable Steveson will have his in-ring debut match against Baron Corbin.
And destiny is on the doorstep. My advice, hold on to it and shoot for the stars.
When Carmelo Hayes shoots, I don't miss.
When I step into this ring, it means something. They feel something.
Ilya, you are not taking my NXT championship.
And all I will make you feel is defeat.
Welcome to NXT's Midsummer Classic. Welcome to the Great American Bash.
And now, WWE presents NXT Great American Bash.
For nearly 4 decades, this event has been a summer staple. And tonight, live in Texas, for the first time ever as a premium live event, we welcome you to the time-honored tradition known as the Great American Bash.
Following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Introducing first the challengers, Kenny Stacks Lorenzo and the Dawn of NXT, Tony D'Angelo.
Well, it took 3 months of scheming some rats to get here to this championship opportunity. By the way, those are the Don's words, not mine, Booker. Scheming some rats.
What does that mean, baby?
What do you mean scheming some
What
rats?
does
Have
that
you
mean?
not been paying attention?
What does it mean? I mean, I'm just wondering if you know.
It means they pulled the wool over the eyes of the rats that were Gallus, that set and locked up Tony D'Angelo for months as we welcome in ringside Vic Joseph alongside with a 2-time WWE Hall of Famer Booker T. Book. We're back in Texas.
Dusty Rhodes country, baby. It is hot outside, but it's about to get a whole lot hotter up in here tonight.
And we're ready to kick things off with our first of 4 championship matches here at the Great American Bash.
Tonight, empty the tank. Leave everything in between those 4 posts. Make them regret ever going toe-to-toe with this firm. Let them know it's our kingdom, boys. We are experts in revenge. Leave your mark, because it's always and forever Gallus boys on top.
And their opponents, accompanied by Joe Coffey, they are the NXT Tag Team Champions, Mark Coffey and Wolfgang Gallus.
So you asked about scheming rats. What does it mean? Do I know? Go back to April. It was despicable of Gallus to plant evidence on Tony D'Angelo to get the Don.
Never is. So now you part of the Innocence Project. All right?
The what?
The Innocence Project. You want to make sure everything's right around here. You're talking about playing. Look here, man.
Evidence project?
Yes.
You're so flustered it's a Great American Bash. You're back thinking you're facing Rey Mysterio.
I said Innocence Project.
Whatever. We'll just get back on track here, and we'll talk about the D'Angelos, because Tony D'Angelo, Channing Stacks Lorenzo, they're looking to finally bring gold to the family.
You know, that's what it's all about, Vic. It's about gold, and it's all about stepping up to the plate. But we're talking about them Gallus boys, and the Gallus boys always think about being on top. You just heard.
Oh, wait a minute. You see Wolfgang just run Stacks right into his corner. Currently, Stacks knocked down Tony D'Angelo, and this is Gallus. Get a little bit of payback. You have to think on Stacks, because it was Stacks who came up with the plan to pull the wool over the eyes of all three members of Gallus, including Joe Coffey, who's on the outside.
Stacks did a hell of a job, because he is loyal. He's loyal to the Don. He grew up in the hood. He knows about the code of the neighborhood. Stitches get stitches. Yes, he knows.
Well, and again, right now, it's just Gallus taking some frustrations out on Stacks. And oh, that's a little bit of a decleater. Fouled up by a nice drop kick. And have you ever seen someone as loyal as Channing Stacks Lorenzo as the Don's in?
Look at Stacks. He knows his time is going to come. He's going to have his own crew. He's going to have his own time. But right now, it's all about the Don. And look at the Don. He's in great shape. That 3 months behind bars did him a lot of good. He's been hitting the weights, man.
Well, no doubt the NXT Universe is behind in this matchup, and you see the Don right now wearing the orange, the jumpsuit, a little bit of extra fuel, as right now just throwing some rights and looking back, tagging in Stacks.
Let me tell you, Vic, I don't wish no man. I don't wish no man behind bars, but you know, it is a great time to think.
Into the cover, titles on the line.
It's a great time to train. It's a great time to get your mind right. And when you get out in what they call the free world, it's time to go to work, man.
Look at these knees right now. Speaking of going to work, Stacks is going to work. And hey!
No distraction. That's all it was. That's all. He didn't do anything.
And he opened the door now for Mark Coffey. Oh, wait a minute. Got countered. Stacks was ready for it, because if you go back and you think about when Gallus won the titles, you go all the way back to Los Angeles, it was because of antics like this that opened the door, and Gallus was able to take full advantage like they are one more time.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%, but you can't be crying over spilt milk or anything like that. You got a shot to be redeemed here tonight, and you better do it, man. Wow.
Well, Stacks, who has said over and over that he and the Don would be the titles, would have won the titles at Stand and Deliver, and let's not forget it was Joe Coffey who returned that afternoon to make Gallus full strength.
You thinking about old stuff, Vic. You think about old stuff right now. Stacks and Tony D needs to be thinking about.
And again, the Gallus boys off of that, continuing to stay in rhythm, to stay on top, and are now back out in front of this matchup. And look, we can't deny, I can't even deny, Gallus has been the top team this year in NXT.
Yes, they have. And you know why? It's because that boy Joe Coffey, when he made his return, this team just became good as to the last drop. Yes, that's why.
There's Mark Coffey. He's in the match. He's the legal superstar. He's the calm one of the three, if you can believe that. as Wolfgang truly is the wild card of the three, and he makes his way back into this matchup.
I'm loving it right now.
Hey!
Gallus boy just isolating.
Referee didn't see the cheap shot into the cover, and Stacks kicking out. This is almost like a glorified handicap match with Joe Coffey on the outside.
What this is great tag team work, Vic. Look at the operation that's being displayed here tonight.
D'Angelo getting fired up. He knows what's at stake. He knows everything that the underboss risked to get this opportunity. As Mark Coffey flies through the air, takes down Stacks into the cover to retain the titles. And another kick out. Gallus wants to make the family regret every decision they have made over the last few months.
Look here, when somebody like, I like Stacks, I like everything about him, but when somebody like Stacks is so, just for lack of a better word, double cross you, you got to go out there and get payback, and that's what these Gallus boys are thinking about right now, Victor.
Well, Stacks right now thinking about making a tag to the Don, and another nasty knee for Mark Coffey. And let's go back to what you just said. The Don was taken away for suspicious circumstances. Let's call it what it is. Gallus scared? Did they view the family as a threat, which is why we are here tonight at the Great American Bash?
Every tag team in that locker room is a threat, and trust me, Tony D, he wants gold, man. He wants top billing. He wants all the bosses to look at him as the main guy. Yes!
Right now it is the underboss trying to pull himself back to his feet. Mark Coffey, Wolfgang, tag, and in comes the Don.
Oh, look at the muscle. Look at the muscle coming in, just mowing down the competition.
You got to think the Don thought about this moment. Every day he was locked up.
Oh, yes!
Belly to belly. And he's going to follow that up with yet another. Gallus said they're experts in revenge, but I'm pretty sure that Don has thought of a great game plan. Big spine buster.
Beautiful
cover
spine buster
for the titles, and that's up.
Miscommunication. Miscommunication.
Call whatever you want, Book. Right now it is the family in control. Things starting to break down in this tag team matchup. And what now is on the mind? Stacks. Stacks just tagged himself in. And Channing stacks Lorenzo to the top, so is the Don.
I don't like this.
The Don looking for a superplex.
Wow!
Well, that's got to be it. Oh, Wolfgang just was able to get in. And I mean just able to break up that count. Is now, those superstars, same thought, all four superstars are down. What a way to kick off the Great American Bash. But right here, this combination, Stacks, boom, off the top. The family almost had it. You saw Joe Coffey almost come out of his shirt, but Wolfgang able to break things up.
Great tag team action.
And another tag made. Oh, and you saw Wolfgang push Mark Coffey out of the way. But Wolfgang is the legal superstar. I don't believe Stacks realizes Wolfgang actually is legal. Oh, and just got picked up and planted. And now Mark flying to wipe out the Don, and things not looking good for the family.
Oh, here we go. Beautiful.
Moonsault cover to retain it. Stacks got the left shoulder up, and look at it. Wolfgang, Mark, Gallus, they're shocked.
Big, it's a lot.
Wait a minute. Same thing. Oh, whoa. Referee doing his job. And turning around. Wait a minute. The referee. Joe Coffey, oh, finally, after the 2-on-1, and Don breaks the count.
Come on. That was it.
What a way to kick off the night. Why NXT trending #1 because of the action to kick us off here on the Great American Bash.
That was a master plan right there that the Wolfgang and Gallus boys tried to pull off. Just didn't work.
Well, that worked for the Don. That could have worked for the family. This is the golden opportunity. And wait a minute, the referee checking on Gallus. Oh! This time that plan didn't work, like in Los Angeles for Joe Coffey. Stacks! And the Don knows the only way to win the titles. Inside the ring, tag, Don is legal. Bada boom, bada bing! Don into the cover.
It's gonna happen.
And Gallus is gonna sleep with the fishes.
Here are your winners, the new NXT Tag Team Champions, Channing Stacks Lorenzo and Tony D'Angelo.
What a moment. After months of torment, after being locked up, put away, the Don's homecoming. The Don returns, and now the Don and the Underboss are the tag team champions. Let's go back to some of the action in this matchup. I mean, the Don had a plan. Divide, conquer. He wiped out Gallus. The official, though, would check on the champions. Joe Coffey tried a replay of what took place in Los Angeles, but the Don, the Underboss, they were ready this time around. They were prepared. They were ready to take on anything Gallus had to throw at them. And in the end, the Don and Stacks were able to bring their A game here tonight. If we thought the homecoming party was something, just imagine known as D'Angelo's Pasta. Oh my, what a party it's gonna be!
What are you talking about?
Earlier today, the challenger for the NXT title, Ilya Dragunov, arrived, believes it's his destiny to win the NXT championship here tonight. But while he believes it's his destiny, our champion Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams believe the Mello dynasty will continue to grow here in Austin. That's our main event here at the Great American Bash. But next, we've been preparing for a brutal, chaotic, deeply rooted personal fight. So wild that tonight, Roxanne Perez and Blair Davenport will compete in a weapons wild match.
Enemies of Blair? Beware.
We have seen her leave a path of destruction wherever she goes.
Got the women so worried. My road to the top is a lot easier.
The top Gaijin is back in NXT.
Blair Davenport!
I'm not afraid of you. You've hidden in the shadows for months.
My capacity for savagery, it's boundless.
I'm looking for you. And I will hurt you.
Blair Davenport and Roxanne Perez, what is going on backstage?
Game on.
This is a showdown that is months in the making. And oh, Roxanne Perez coming right out of the gate. She's been wanting to get her hands on Blair Davenport.
You know, Roxanne was a decorated champion until I arrived.
Falcon Arrow.
Girls like Roxanne, they don't beat people like me. This division is for grown women. Not fragile little girls with ribbons in their hair.
And a second one.
Wow.
Leveling Perez, and Davenport will pick up the victory.
You know what? I'm sick and tired of everybody thinking that I'm some easy target.
Blair Davenport, look, she's cold. She's calculating. She will take you out.
There's been a rage building inside of me, and Blair, you've only added to it. I don't think you know what's coming to you.
I am cold. I am collected.
This live is over.
Blair Davenport, Roxanne Perez will compete in a weapons wild match.
I'm going to hurt you. But this time in front of your friends and your family. So when I'm done with you, just go home.
This is just a taste of the Roxanne Perez you're gonna get at the Great American Bash.
The following contest is a weapons wild match. Introducing first, Roxanne Perez.
Well, this personal issue between these two is taken to another level yesterday here in Austin. It took place at DreamCon.
Roxanne, what about you tomorrow, the Great American Bash? You have a weapons wild match.
Yes, weapons wild. It's gonna be wild.
How wild?
I mean, I'm willing to go as far as possible. You know, Blair Davenport.
You've got something.
You have a problem?
Hey! Yo! Hey! Stop! Yo! Get back! Yo, we don't do that here! We don't do that here! You got tomorrow for that!
There's been fire in the eyes of Roxanne Perez, but this is just escalating. Of course, family and friends are here tonight. She is a Texas native. There's her sister and her mom. She's ready for this matchup. She's ready for this moment. But when is too far, too far? When you think about it, I mean, they're fighting all over the place. They're fighting around it. Oh! And again, and this is what we're talking about.
Fights on, Vic.
An ambush by Blair Davenport. Anything to get the upper hand in this weapons wild match.
Roxanne, she has to understand. This is business. It's going to be like this. We talked about days like this right here, Vic.
Everything is legal. Pinfall submission, center of the ring. Blair Davenport, was looking for maybe the knockout blow. But there comes Perez fighting back. And have you seen this side of Perez before?
You know, honestly, I haven't. But sometimes it takes that one person to bring something like this out of you. And Blair Davenport may be that one person. Oh, back. Beautiful back elbow.
Well, we know you've been giving advice. NXT Anonymous saw you talk it to Perez on NXT. But how would you tell her to get ready for the unpredictability of a weapons wild match?
I mean, look at Blair Davenport, and like I said, she's unpredictable, she's uncanny. You got to be on your toes. You're not going to slip on the Blair pill and win this match. You got to go in there, and you got to be ready for the fight. Oh, yes!
Of course, Davenport revealed herself as a mystery attacker who has wreaked havoc, much like Roxanne Perez is doing now. Think about everything Davenport has done. Took out Nikita Lyons, Sol Ruco, Wendy Chu, Danny Palmer, tried to take out Roxanne Perez. And I'm sure Perez is thinking about every single one of those females. With every single blow in this matchup.
Yeah, but all those ladies are trying to make their way up the ranks to a title shot as well, Vic. And look, Blair Davenport has put herself right in the perfect prime position.
Perez looking
my God, man.
Perez looking for high risk. There was no reward. And now Davenport has turned things around into her favor. Take another look. Bam!
You know what I'm talking about Blair Davenport, Vic. She's a sniper, man. She don't mind going out there and going that extra mile.
Let's call it.
Look at me!
Again, Davenport's come around to everyone that is meaningful in Roxanne Perez's life, whether it's friends, whether it's yourself, as now, I mean, everything again legal in this matchup, and you got to wonder what's going through Roxanne Perez's mom's mind, what's going through Roxanne Perez's little sister's mind, seeing this happen almost right in front of them, Booker.
Man, I mean, I can't take anything away from Blair Davenport. I mean, she's earned her spot in this business. Right now, she's trying to take Roxanne Perez's spot. And as well as she started when she was 16 years old. You can say she's a prodigy as well, Vic. So I can't take anything away from her.
Well, I get it. But there again, the mom, the sister of Perez, having to sit back and can't do anything about what Blair Davenport is doing to Perez. And I know Perez said she wasn't scared of Blair, that she would hunt, that she would hurt Davenport, but Roxanne's mom right now with a look of worry. I mean, you're a parent. You'd have the same worry right now. She can't do a damn thing to help her daughter right now.
You know, as a coach, I'm worried, Vic, but, you know, we've talked about, like I said, moments like this and those obstacles, and sometimes you got to go over, around, under. But sometimes, Vic, you got to go straight through that obstacle. That's where Roxanne Perez is tonight.
The referee doing his best at this point to check, but you know, Roxanne Perez is not going to quit in this matchup. And for Blair Davenport, what sort of barbaric concepts has she drawn up in her mind over the last week or so? As just driving that steel chair into the ribs of Perez.
I mean, I'm just looking at it. The veterans savvy that's coming into the ring right now, Vic. Like I say, that mentality, the way you just want to go out there. Kill shot every time. Oh, yes.
Davenport showing she is just a different breed of superstar.
She's cold, Vic. She's very calculating. Right now, she's, I must say, Roxanne Perez is running to a buzzsaw here tonight.
Universe trying their best to rally behind the Texas native, but even for Davenport, who called Perez a little girl, said she should go home. After tonight and never come back, is starting to systematically dissect Roxanne Perez. And Davenport just slowly, methodical, almost as if she's getting some sort of sick pleasure of having, of being able to take out all her frustrations on Perez. But finally, Perez starting to strike back. And for Perez, we've always questioned that killer instinct.
Here we go, Vic. Right now, Roxanne Perez is sucking it up.
We talk about the killer instinct, the mentality, the environment that we're in as Davenport now.
So you get Davenport an inch, she's going to take him out, and right now she's...
And again, Perez's sister, mom, and they are helpless. They can't do anything. As Roxanne Perez's sister pleading, was screaming just a second ago, and all they can do is watch.
To one side of the fair right now, dude. This thing is going downhill quick for Roxanne. I don't like it.
What sort of person does that? What sort of person goes up and threatens her mom? Oh, sister! In a cowbell! Oh, Dusty would be proud.
Got to bring some to get some, Vic. That's what it's all about in life. Oh, yes!
And I asked you about that different side of Roxanne Perez. It is boiling, it is bubbling over now. We talk about, too, Blair Davenport thinking of concepts. What sort of offense has Roxanne Perez thought in her mind to bring out tonight?
So this is a Roxanne Perez we've never seen. But like I said, you back someone into a corner, you have no choice. And you bring family into play. Oh yes, it can get real ugly quick.
Blair Davenport. I was saying Blair Davenport might regret bringing the evil out in Roxanne Perez.
You're right about that, Vic. Now this is what she needs to go. This is the mentality that she needs to step into a fight like this. This is the Great American Bash, man.
And I'm taking a look. I peeked up for a moment. Dallas Irvin, the official, is only here to counter three or hear someone say they quit. because there's no stopping anything. Everything legal in this Weapons Wild match. Ooh! And you can start to see the welts forming on Blair Davenport as well as Perez.
Beautiful.
And out of desperation, Perez. One after another. Spine, ribs, driving the air out of Davenport. That's how personal this has gotten between these two. Deeply rooted issue. Oh, crash and burn for Perez. You gotta imagine for Davenport after that first meeting, she left with a sickening smile after driving her knee into Perez's face, not once, but twice. But now, the sinister mind starting to figure a couple other things out in this matchup, and it's almost as if there's not enough in the ring for Davenport. She wants more. She wants to hurt Roxanne Perez.
Now, Davenport is looking to put Roxanne Perez in the rearview mirror, Vic. She wants bigger and better things, and the only way to get there
Could be looking
is through
for
Roxanne.
Pop Rocks.
Oh!
Counter though.
Wow, beautiful counter.
And as we say, we talk about DreamCon, we talk about the locker room, we talk about at the store on Tuesday, things between these two getting out of hand. It has to come to an end tonight here in Texas. Into the cover, through the trash can, and that is still not enough to keep down Roxanne Perez.
And I'm watching Roxanne Perez's body language, Vic. This is a different Roxanne Perez that I've ever seen. That 16-year-old girl, that no more, no more.
Home State trying to rally Perez, and now it's Davenport looking one more time, counter. And Perez here now fighting for the match, because right now she's back up against it. Could be looking for Pop Rocks counter for the second time. And everything that Perez throws at Davenport, Davenport has had an answer for. Ooh! And again, it's a nasty landing by Davenport. She didn't get all of Perez. I think Perez was just able to get out of the way. And
all of it at all.
Quickly able to turn around into a Russian leg sweep. But now for Perez, this is what I was talking about. That being on the back foot, that survival, that killer instinct now has to come out in Perez.
I mean, you watch
this is that moment.
I mean, you're watching Roxanne Perez grow into a woman right before our eyes. I mean, she's been champion before, but going to that extra level.
Booker!
Oh, no.
Ooh! Heard the thud of Perez. I believe Perez bounced off the steel steps, but that's not going to keep Perez down. And Perez, a little bit of payback with that running knee.
Wow!
Perez knows what that feels like, and now Davenport does too.
Davenport is on Dream Street, Vic.
Well, if she's on Dream Street, she might be getting ready for a nightmare.
Oh, here we go. Texas Cyclone, baby. Oh, yes!
Relief in the eyes of a mother and a sister as Perez going to the place not many have, eyeing up Davenport. Will the third time be the charm? Pop Rocks! Perez survives Weapons Wild.
Here is your winner, Roxanne Perez!
Perez staring right over at you, Book, for that brief moment.
Wow.
And only imagine the relief in the heart and the mind of Perez's sister and mom ringside, because it was after Roxanne Perez said hi and was greeting fans. It was a sneak attack. It was an ambush by Blair Davenport. And sure, you can call it whatever you want. Strategic. I'm sure it was. She didn't even come to the ring. She shut Perez before the bell, and it was nothing but strategy for Blair Davenport as this Weapons Wild match would continue to play out. Perez would turn the tables on Blair Davenport. And while it was a sense of relief for just a moment, this was where a big sigh of relief was from the sister and the mom of Roxanne Perez, as Perez laid it all on the line to open the door to possibly shut the book on Blair Davenport with Hot Rocks. As Perez victorious here, and there again, Perez's sister and mother breathing that sigh of relief after everything they witnessed here tonight. It's all smiles for Roxanne Perez.
I called my shot, and when Carmelo Hayes shoots, I don't miss.
We got a new NXT champion.
Let's talk about it.
I can't move slow. Been there 20 times before. Putting in work, now it's time to show. Been through a lot, it's my time to blow. Go hard till it's time to go. Let them talk, I don't mind it though.
He's like the wind. You can feel it, but you can't touch it.
This is the him era.
And still,
Now there's no question on who the man is, because I am the NXT champion, and I am him.
I want to face you at the Great American Bash.
Ilya, you are not taking my NXT championship. At Great American Bash, you will feel me, because I am Mr. PLE, and I will hit different.
Hayes, Dragunov, NXT title on the line at the Great American Bash.
For one of us, it's gonna be champagne, and for the other, it's gonna be just pain.
Well, what a matchup that is going to be. Will Melo's dynasty continue to grow, or will Dragunov's destiny be achieved? NXT Championship on the line, our main event still to come here at the Great American Bash. But also coming up tonight, the NXT Women's title will be on the line, and there you see a woman in Thea Hale looking to make history here in Texas, putting in a couple last-minute kinks into her offense with the Kimura lock, and there is the champion starting to warm up as well ahead of their submission matchup here at the Great American Bash. And what a night it has been already thus far, and what a debut we're going to see in a matter of moments.
The following contest is scheduled for introducing first, Baron Corbin.
And for Corbin, said he's taking control of his own destiny, Booker. Is it time to do that, in your opinion, if you're Baron Corbin?
Oh, yes. Time is ticking. Sand in the hourglass is running out. But we look at Baron Corbin. He has that feel, trying to find that lone wolf mentality. Oh, yes. This is the Baron Corbin I'm looking for.
Well, it's a new look. It's new music. It's a new feel for Baron Corbin.
You feel that?
I do feel it.
You feel it?
But we're also about to feel something else. A highly anticipated debut in a matter of moments.
And his opponent, Olympic gold medalist, Gable Stevenson.
There is a lot of hype surrounding the Olympic gold medalist as he walks into his very first match.
You know, as well, it should be a lot of hype around Gable Steveson. I mean, he's a NCAA All-American. I mean, he's a gold medalist. I mean, he's done a whole lot outside of the WWE. I give him that.
Well, it's events like tonight at the Great American Bash where heroes are created. We also just saw a big, almost exhale from Gable Steveson as he realizes now the bell is sounded and this is it. And for Corbin, he warned Gable this past Tuesday.
And you know why? I mean, because he's in there with a professional. This is a grown man. This is Baron Corbin, a guy that went out there and retired Kurt Angle, another Olympic gold medalist.
Here the NXT Universe in this matchup. You know, Booker, I want to come to you with this question. Who's feeling more pressure then in this matchup? Is it Corbin or is it Gable?
I mean, Gable Steveson, I mean, he's an Olympic gold medalist. I mean, Baron Corbin is a guy that's been here in the WWE for quite some time. I think Gable Steveson got more pressure on him than this man, Baron Corbin.
Oh, there's Corbin going right in. And as he has said, they don't throw rights, they don't throw lefts, and they don't smash you down in the ground. In the Olympics, is Corbin trying to keep up in this early going, and we'll see what Baron Corbin's bringing to the table because Gable coming right back in. And I'm glad you brought up Kurt Angle because Corbin has gloated for years, beating Kurt Angle in his final match at WrestleMania. Gable idolized Kurt Angle, and I wonder if Gable's going to use that as fuel here tonight.
This could be some fuel, maybe some payback for Kurt Angle, but that right there could be the wrong plan to go into with a man like Baron Corbin. Trust me.
Corbin swinging wildly, and now looking. Steveson picking the leg, going right down, and we said Kurt Angle looking for the ankle lock. Cinched in, and Corbin able to get to that bottom rope, and it was Corbin who predicted on the kickoff show that he would bury his second Olympic gold medalist. And, oh no! A German suplex on the floor. And the only other Olympic gold medalist, as we've talked about, the Hall of Famer Kurt Angle, said Gable is an incredible athlete for his size. He is super impressed with Steveson.
Tremendous ability. I mean, you look at this guy, he's a monster. He's about 250 pounds. And as far as balance goes, he has all that. But right there, Baron Corbin just lured Gable Steveson outside so we could use a little furniture right here. There you go, son. That's called a shucky, ducky, quack, quack moment.
Corbin just broke the count of the official so he can continue to inflict damage to Gable on the outside. Corbin said he wants to be feared. He wants to be respected. You know he wants to spoil this highly anticipated debut as well.
You know what? He only needs one of those right there. He just needs these guys to be feared, the respect to come along with that. Trust me. Oh, wow.
Corbin promised a new version of himself, that he would destroy his past, and he would do everything moving forward as his true self.
They don't teach that in the Olympics right there.
Corbin wants to make everyone in NXT regret signing a contract. He said it starts tonight with Gable Steveson.
Corbin understands one thing. Wait a minute, listen to me. The people wait a minute.
Well, the people out here in the NXT universe, you know, they voiced their opinion. It's the Great American Bash. They've been fired up since the start of the night. And there's no doubt, Booker, that this has been Baron Corbin's night. He has taken it to the Olympic gold medalist since the very start because Corbin knows his back's against the wall.
Not just that. I mean, Baron Corbin knows it's about two things, Vic. It's about checks. It's about championships, going out here and knocking off this kid, Gable Steveson. Oh, yes.
And there's the power of Corbin and just planting Steveson into the cover. And it could be an early night for both. And just able to kick out at two.
The jury is still...
Take another look. Feel the impact. Boom! All the air driving out of the lungs.
See, guys like Baron Corbin, they don't care about no gold medal or anything like that. The jury is still out on this kid, Gable Steveson, as far as I'm concerned.
On face first off the top rope.
Oh, right to the nose.
Bam! And following right up. Corbin came in with a game plan into another cover, another hook of the leg, and another near fall. Baron Corbin will not be embarrassed here tonight. He's gone so far over the last several weeks as saying he's going to destroy anyone that threatens his future.
People don't understand those ropes. Those ropes are unforgiving right there. That one shot right there got Gable Steveson in dire straits, man.
We saw Steveson for a moment start blinking a little bit, trying to get himself back to where he's at. But now, turning the tables right now on Corbin.
Yeah, but Corbin blocked it a little bit. That's the pro in Corbin.
Look at Steveson, he helped Eddie Thorpe overcome Damon Kemp in NXT Underground. He generated a lot of fanfare both in the locker room and in the NXT universe, but he's finally stepping into the ring and he's learning this is a new ball game against a new version of Baron Corbin.
You just said it there. Guys like Eddie Thorpe, they're gonna respect this guy, Gable Steveson, but not somebody like Baron Corbin.
And Corbin has now Steveson trying his best to fight back in this match. We knew it would be an uphill battle somewhat for Steveson to try to get used to the environment, get used to what's going to happen inside the squared circle. But now throwing a couple of rights, catching and tossing Corbin. And this is the wheelhouse for the Olympic gold medalist.
Take a little break right here, Corbin. Try to find some space. Try to find a little space, Baron.
Baron can't find any space because Gable is closing the door. He's not allowing Corbin to get around. He's not letting Corbin to get a second win, the third win. He's keeping Corbin real close to continue his own offensive onslaught.
You can't win the match outside. That's very smart by Baron Corbin.
Whoa! And one more time, Corbin up and over. We've seen these two. I can't imagine. This is what Steveson wanted, and now just, it knocked around.
Oh, taking it to the street right here, Vic. This is what I'm talking about. They don't teach this in the Olympics. This is not NCAA. Whoa.
Trying to listen to the official. The official is at 8. Gable trying to get back in the ring with Corbin taken to the air. And these two slugging it out. There's the referee. Well, screw the count out for a moment. These two are destroying each other. Finally getting some more help. Mark, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Corbin and Steveson taking it to one another. We're going to need more than just a couple officials out here, Booker. We got to get a lot of help out here to keep these two separated.
I like it.
You talk about thoroughbreds.
I like it.
Bringing it to each other.
I like it a lot. There goes security. There goes security.
They can't keep them apart, Book.
I'm liking this kid, Gable Steveson, a little bit more now. I'm liking him a little bit more.
These two. Beasts.
Oh, yes.
Corbin just dropped security. Say what you want, Buck, about Olympics, not being ready for the Olympics. Gable Steveson just laid out Baron Corbin. And this went from a debut to a fight here tonight. Right now, let's go back to last Tuesday on NXT. It was Lyra Valkyria going one-on-one with the Women's World Champion. And while Ripley brought her A game, so did Lyra Valkyria. She pushed Rhea Ripley Booker to her limit. And in the closing moments, it was Dirty Dom getting involved, helping out. And boom, still not to be denied, was Valkyria, who was this close to pitting the Women's World Champion. But for Ripley, she was able to overcome the odds to hit Valkyria with a riptide, but it's not the matchup, it's what happened afterwards.
JC,
Lyra Valkyria, your match on Tuesday night with WWE Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley was one for the books. How are you feeling after it?
Honestly, I'm thirsty for more. That match lit such a fire under me because now I know that I can go toe-to-toe with the very best there is. So let's just say I'm very curious about this NXT Women's Championship match tonight.
Oh! Well, that's Jacy Jayne. We just needed security out here moments ago. Looks like we need security in the back, Book.
Oh, Rockstar in the house, man.
That's what I was waiting
For 269 days, that title represented hard work and opportunity. I lifted that title. I put my heart and soul into that title.
You can feel the love for Wes Lee. And you just heard, we saw what happened on Tuesday. Booker, do you believe that Wes Lee will be in a different zone in this triple threat match here at the Great American Bash?
Kid has made me a believer since day one. I wasn't the guy that was fully on board, but week after week, match after match, contest after contest, this young man, Wes Lee, proved to me that he is perhaps the greatest North American champion in the history of NXT. 269 days.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
And he remembers every single one. He cherished every single one of those days as he looks to reclaim the North American title here tonight in a triple threat match where we got to remember, Book, the champion, which is Dirty Dom, doesn't need to be factored in the decision to lose the North American title here tonight in Texas.
Dom.
Well, here comes a superstar who was not happy with Wes Lee this past Tuesday. When it comes to Mustafa Ali, he saw his one-on-one opportunity change to a triple threat. Do you move on from that? I mean, how do you? You have your chances go from 50 to 33.
I mean, I look at Mustafa Ali. I mean, this kid, he's put in a lot of hard work. I mean, you look at the body, you can tell he's been in the gym training. But none of that matters, Vic, if you don't have championship gold around your waist.
Well, speaking of which, here is the man who has that gold around his waist. Wow. Now, Lee and Ali are staring a hole through Dirty Dom. And Booker, does it irk you that Dirty Dom proclaims he has made the name Mysterio relevant? I mean, think about this event. Think about what you and his father, Rey Mysterio, did in the main event of the Great American Bash.
You know, I get it. I get exactly where you're coming from, Vic. But it's always been a buzz around the Mysterio name. But not like this. Never before have we seen the buzz like we see with this young man. Dom. Oh, yes, the North American champ. Come on, Dick. Give him props. Give him a pat on the back. Stand up, man.
Absolutely.
Stand up.
While he has no champion's advantage, he does have Mommy. The women's world champion, Rhea Ripley, certainly can be a difference maker, as we have seen for Judgment Day time and time again.
Talking about the ultimate motivator, Miami.
All three with something to prove in this triple threat match.
The following triple threat match scheduled for one fall is for the NXT North American Championship. Introducing the challengers. First, Wes Lee. Next, Mustafa Ali. And their opponent, accompanied by the Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley. Representing the Judgment Day, he is the NXT North American Champion, Dominic Mysterio.
That person with the Dom is my hero sign right there. We might need a new hero book.
I love him. People love Dom.
Who are you listening to? Triple threat match, and for Wes Lee, he hasn't been a challenger for the North American title. I mean, you think about it, he hasn't been in the challenger's shoes since last October. And realization may be starting to set in for Dom. Dom on Tuesday said these two could fight it out. These two could... What's Mommy want? Well, Ali done playing around. Dom trying to hightail it out, and uh-oh, what's going to happen now, Book?
Oh, a beat down. That's what's going to happen.
Oh, and Don, look, Mustafa Ali wants to get him some. Wes Lee wants to get him some. And, ooh! Look at the back and forth. I mean, everybody's trying to get to Dirty Dom, but we got to remember, it's every man for themselves. Triple threat rules between these two, between these three now. And Wes Lee's got to focus. Ali's got to focus as well. I still don't feel bad for Dirty Dom.
They need to focus.
Hold on a second. Let's watch this.
Oh, man!
Look, Wes Lee set a new standard of what a champion should be in NXT. You think about what he did as North American champion. Most defenses, most successful title defenses inside of a month. He raised the bar. He kicked in the door last year.
Yeah, but we always talk about when that champion's going to run into that brick wall, and Wes Lee definitely did that with Dominic Mysterio.
Ali from behind, shoulders down, and just like that, we could have had a new North American champion. And wow. Remember what matchup you were watching is now up and over another near fall, because for Dirty Dom to win that title, he needed the help of Mr. Money in the Bank, Damian Priest, needed the help of Finn Balor, and needed the help of Mommy to defeat Lee.
Look, Wes Lee didn't have to take that match, Vic.
He's not going to say no.
He didn't have to take that. He set himself up for failure.
Well, you can call it what you want. Well, we can say still trending #1, the Great American Bash. And look at Ali.
Wait a minute, what are we trending again?
#1.
What about
you
the
call it?
Onyx?
As Ali turning things around in this matchup. And look, you know, I talk about frustrations with Wes Lee. Do you understand the frustration of Mustafa Ali? He battled Gunther for the Intercontinental title at Night of Champions, was close as anyone to dethroning the ring general, and has become obsessed with wanting to be a champion. He was so close, Book, so close.
Of course, I mean, Wes Lee definitely was in that position. Of course, Mustafa Ali, he wants to be in that position. He may be the guy that needs to get this match more than any.
Well, gets irritated as Ali, knowing he was so close
yes.
and crash and burn.
Oh, yes.
And just like that, Dirty Dom turned things around. What the hell's he flexing for?
The player, Vic. That's what that is. That's a player.
A wise man once said, don't hate the player.
Hate the game.
And getting Ali back into the ring. Take another look. Nasty. Bam! Landing for both. As women back into the ring. Going for the cover to retain the title. And Ali able to kick out.
One thing I like about Dominic Mysterio, he's not a guy that's just going to go out there and throw his weight around or anything like that. He's very smart, very meticulous as far as going out there and taking care of business. Check it out. Here we go.
Now
Here we go.
3 amigos.
Amigos.
And certainly for Dirty Dom, eyeing up now. Wes Lee, and now turn his attention to Lee. He's been able to play these two against each other on Tuesday, now taking it to Lee. And he didn't like Ali, that being Dirty Dom, saying that he stole his daddy's 619 and his other daddy's frog splash.
Yeah, right now it's coming into effect. These 6-1, these, what was it? Wait. 3 amigos, 4 amigos there. About to look real good.
I think he spoke a little bit too soon. Turning things around the challengers.
Oh, wow.
Mommy not liking what her Latino heat is going through.
Come on, ref.
What the hell are you saying? Come on, ref, boy. It's all legal. It's triple threat. No! Mommy's scared. Ali into the cover. Oh, and Lee breaking it up. Dom, though, did get that left shoulder up as now Lee trying to get a cover to win the title back. And Ali able to break things up. Pace starting to slow in this matchup. And again, though, Ali going right to Dirty Dom. Is he more focused on Dom than he is Wes Lee?
You know, he should be focused on Dom, Vic. I mean, that's the champion. If you beat Dominic, you get bigger props, man.
Look at Wes Lee, combination offense, little 2-for-1 special here. And for Wes Lee, he has stated that being champion allowed him to discover more about himself. He grew as a person when he was the champion. He needs the title back as the combination offense starting to light up Dirty Dom.
Yes, indeed. Dominic Mysterio right now look like he's in a little trouble, and Wes Lee could capitalize right here.
Cover. Title on the line. And from the outside inside from Mustafa Ali. Got to keep your eyes going. The action is fast. It is furious in this triple threat matchup here at Great American Bash. And now look at Ali. Ali patiently waiting, charging right in and dropping Lee. You'll go back to Ali. I mean, he's a superstar, gets irritated because he believes that no one sees the work. No one sees the sacrifices. When they see the results, they say it's luck.
Not just that. I mean, Mustafa Ali feel like he's been the odd man out many times. He felt like politics has come into play. But I'm going to tell you right now, he has a chance to win the North American Championship tonight. Politics is going to come involved. Right now, he can do it if he can just cash in. Here we go.
Just spiked Ali, trying to turn him over, trying to get into the super. Come on, Ali saw it coming.
Wow, so close.
And I'm glad you brought that up, though, about Mustafa Ali. He thinks he knows he needs to win the gold. He's been close at WrestleMania. There's always been something that has stood in his way, which is why he didn't want Lee to face Dirty Dom on Tuesday.
Let's just say this. It's not going to be any excuses.
Neckbreaker.
Right now, he has an even chance at going out here and walking out North American champion tonight.
Taking down Lee, and it's Mustafa Ali who's in control. First with the Boston Crab, now looking for the camel clutch. If either submits, if either taps, Ali will become the North American champion. Oh, and Dom biting Ali.
Look, when you go to jail, man,
don't
you learn
start this
all
crap.
kind of tricks, man. When you've been on the yard, you know exactly how to work this
What did he do?
situation
He walked
out.
through the yard. He was there for 2 hours, maybe tops. Oh. But you know what he has learned? He's learned from his Hall of Fame father. Looking to dial up that 6-1. No! Crescent kick.
I think he learned more from his uncle maybe than his dad.
Oh, another one. Well, Ali now. What's Ali thinking? What? Ali's out. Dirty Dom's out. And Mustafa Ali, he can't win the title on the outside. He's got to put one of the two in the ring. What's he thinking?
Making sure you didn't slip off that top turnbuckle right there, Vic.
Oh, forget about the 619. Ali just went for a 450.
Wow.
And we talk about a nasty landing. That's the hardest part of the ring where steel meets wood.
They're throwing all caution to the wind right there. Mustafa Ali is trying to cash in tonight here, Vic, at the Great American Bash.
Realization maybe setting in for Dom and also for Wes Lee. And oh, there you saw, see Mommy said pin him. Dirty Dom. Oh no, and Lee able to kick out. Lee was looking over almost and looked concerned for Ali, but he's got to remember, this is for the North American Championship. This is his opportunity to reclaim gold. This is the Great American Bash. And throwing caution to the wind. Wes Lee and just locked eyes. Oh! Again, no disqualification.
What you doing?
If you know anything about Wes Lee, you tell him not to do something, but he's probably going to do it. Well, now, up and over, and he stuck the landing. Give that man a 10.
Wow.
Ooh, yeah, you better get going. Yeah, I'd agree with Wes here. I don't know, what is Wes? Wes looked like he was doing a little parkour, hopping over everything. Oh, no. Book. Mommy got her hands on Lee.
Oh, yes.
Booker, there's no disqualification.
It's all legal.
It's all legal.
It's all legal,
There's
Vic.
no DQ. Oh, and Dom's gonna steal another one here in Texas. No. Keep fighting, Wes.
The resilience of this young man, Wes Lee, Victor.
What? Again, Booker, the referee's helpless. There's no disqualification. Everything's well, the referee turned it around and just didn't see, but it wouldn't have mattered because there's no disqualification.
That's the plan, Vic.
The women's world title.
We're going to steal another.
That's how Dom won the damn thing to begin with, but not tonight in Texas. Well, now what does the playbook say, Booker?
Plan C. That's what it says.
Dom wouldn't be in this match if it wasn't for Mommy. He's going to the top. Ali back to his feet. And you talk about momentum changing. The momentum has swung maybe for Mustafa Ali. Wes Lee is down. Wes Lee is out. Dom is tied up.
Mustafa's going to get that 455. He's going to go for that 450. He's going to do it. He's going to do it, Vic.
Ali, target set, up, down. 450 connects this time. Cover, count, and what a, no, wait a minute. Ripley, oh no, believe it or not, frog splash. Dom.
Wow.
The NXT North American Champion, Dominic Mysterio.
Can Dominic do anything by himself, Booker?
What are you talking about?
Can he do anything by himself?
He just retained
Holy
the championship. He just went out there and did it all.
I know the table
by
went
himself.
down and you don't got a monitor, but what were you watching? Oh, your heart goes out for Ali, who was so close. Back to the action. Wes Lee went up and over Ripley. Was cruising in this matchup until, what do you mean? What do you mean what do I mean? Do you not see right there? Rhea Ripley planting Wesley with the riptide through the table. Then, after interfering with the North American title, would slide over the Women's World title. Bam! That's how Dom won the title on NXT several weeks ago. Tonight it was close to retaining, but Wesley showed you the heart of a champion, a true champion, a champion that could be considered the best ever in NXT. Ali, though, would come back after being wiped out for a 450. Didn't connect earlier, connected here. And in this moment, we all thought for Mustafa Ali, this was his golden moment, the moment he has fought his entire life and career for. But again, Ripley would interfere. And then Dirty Dom doing dirty things, hitting that frog splash from the top, bam! To survive the triple threat match, to retain the North American Championship. And while Ripley's all smiles, Judgment Day continues to run things in the WWE.
Like it or not, we're taking over.
Is it the pain that keeps searching for me, or am I the one who searches for pain? Maybe I am the pain.
Dragunov, he's on a different level. He fight with a furious passion.
Dragunov is headed to the Great American Bash against Carmelo Hayes for the NXT title.
In the end, it doesn't matter, because tonight, the world shall know pain.
Carmelo, when I step into this ring, these people, they feel something! And all I will make you feel at the Great American Bash is defeat.
It's one man's dynasty versus one man's destiny under the bright lights of the Great American Bash.
Carmelo Hayes, after the Great American Bash, Trick will be all you have left after I take your NXT Championship.
Trick Williams, Ilya Dragunov said he respects the friendship between you and Carmelo Hayes, but tonight he's made it clear he has his sights set on winning the NXT Championship.
Dragunov says he respects his Trick Melo friendship. I call cap. Dragunov, you may respect our friendship, but you will never understand it. I mean, Trick and Melo go way back, like Vince Young putting a whooping on USC and winning the national championship. I mean, Trick and Melo go way back, like Kevin Durant coming in and flipping that Longhorn program and turning it upside down. Trick Melo came into NXT and flipped the program upside down. But as for tonight, Melo's gonna show the world. Melo's gonna show Mad Dragon why he is him. We good on that, Mackenzie?
We're good.
All right, show me some love then.
We'd like to extend a special thank you to the 100 Gex for Hollywood Baby, the official theme song of the Great American Bash. It's from the album 10,000 Gex, available now on Apple Music and Spotify. Booker, we could be moments away from history being made, or will the champion remain the center of the NXT universe? What we do know, to win the gold tonight, you must make the other tap out.
When a superstar is born, no one sleeps on it. You don't need to take classes to learn it. You are just it. And I'm it.
I'm in a league of my own, I told them.
I run faster. I jump higher. I lift heavier. And I look way hotter than everybody else.
Prettiest moonsault ever! Stratton makes history tonight!
At 24 years old, I am nowhere near my prime. It is Tippy time. I'm the epitome of what a woman's champion champion is.
Tiffany Stratton, one of the most natural talents this industry has ever discovered.
The Great American Bash, my first premium live event as champion. And I didn't come this far for it to be taken away by some 19-year-old brat.
Rise and help me welcome the next NXT Women's Champion. Give it up for the one and only Thea Hale. Thea, we believe you can do it.
I know I can do it. I can do it. Let's go!
Hale did it.
The top of the class looking to topple Tiffany for the gold.
This is the awesomest day of my whole life.
I didn't want to go to college because I was too busy training to become what I always wanted to be. I am going to become the NXT Women's Champion!
Yeah! Everybody loves Thea Hale.
Hale, center of the ring. Stratton tap it. Come on, ref.
She's so adorable. Really?
No, Stratton. Oh, Stratton steals it.
At Gold Rush, I didn't tap out. My hand grazed the mat a couple times, but the referee didn't see it. So it never happened.
Rematch.
Out of the goodness of my heart, I gave the people the rematch they wanted.
It'd be like the easiest title defense like ever since I already beat you.
Thea, we're days away from you becoming the youngest women's champion of all time.
Of all time.
Days away from you making Tiffany tap out.
Let's go!
I want to make it a submission match!
What do you call attacking me and forcing me into a submission match? I don't call that adorable. I call that despicable. But payback's coming. Thea Hale can bring Mr. Chase, bring Duke, bring the student section, because it won't matter.
All I need is a chance to prove people wrong.
After the Great American Bash, the universe will still revolve around me, the NXT Women's Champion.
I know I can win and become the youngest women's champion in history. Let's go!
Toodles.
Chase U is here. The representation. Just take a look to your right, Book.
That's it.
Everyone with their Chase U signs for Thea Hale. Well, a win here tonight, and Thea Hale would secure her position in history. She would become the youngest women's champion ever.
She's got a hell of a lot of support, Vic.
Well, here comes NXT Women's Champion Barbie, Tiffany Stratton. Does Tiffy time end tonight?
I don't know about that, Big Black. I'm loving that. Can you pass me that cup?
Oh,
Vic,
don't start.
Can you please pass me that cup?
No, I'm going to move on because when I take
Scotty, oh yes, Tiffany Stratton is in the building, y'all. Great American Bash, Tiffany Stratton. That's a tag team that can't lose, man. We about to get busy up in here, Victor.
Well, can the challenger lose? Because the challenger believes she has the advantage in this submission match because of the Kimura.
The following is a submission match and is for the NXT Women's Championship. Introducing first the challenger, representing Chase University, Thea Hale. And her opponent, she is the NXT Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton.
Booker, already some history being made here in Texas. This is the youngest women's championship match in WWE Premium Live Event history. As it is a submission match, the only way to win, make your opponent submit, and you hear the NXT Universe already chanting, "You tapped out," to Tiffany Stratton, who certainly did, and you can make the argument that Thea Hale should already be the NXT Women's Champion.
I must say, Chase, you have a potential champion in Thea Hale. She's a rising star, Vic, I must say that.
And I'm glad you bring that up because, and again, for Tiffany Stratton, pinfalls don't matter. She has to lock in a submission. There has to be a tap. She has to get Thea Hale to say, "I quit." I'm glad you talk about that because for Thea Hale, I think a lot of people forget, she graduated high school just over a year ago. She has handled the pressure of the WWE, of NXT. What do you think of that rise, honestly, of someone who's 19 years old?
It's been a great rise, Vic, but I tell you, under the bright lights like it is here tonight at the Great American Bash, and you see all the Chase U side, that premature celebration might come into play. I don't like that, Vic. I don't like it at all.
And both these superstars have had their differences, of course. Stratton defeated Thea Hale after a little bit of a distraction, if you remember. But a nice job picking the foot, dropping Hale, and now look at the submission possibly being locked in by Stratton. Oh, pulling the hair, gaining the leverage, and now stretching Thea Hale.
Early in this match right now, Tiffany Stratton, 1-2 steps ahead.
And again, in a normal match, you'd be worried about the shoulders of Stratton, but not here in this submission match. And a nice reversal. And you got to think of all the work that someone like Thea Hale has put in on the gym. Is now she's looking for an arm, trying to hyperextend the elbow of Stratton. There's Andre Chase, always on the outside. Someone who loves his students, always worries about them, and has put the Chase U students first and foremost in his mind. And there's Duke Hudson, the MVP, who's trying to rally everyone.
You talk about Andre Chase. You talk about Duke Hudson. Who should get the credit for Thea Hale's come up? Who should get the credit? Should it be Charlie Dempsey? Should it be Drew Gulak? Who taught her that Kimura line?
Well, to your point, yeah, Drew Gulak had a little bit of a hand, but it was Duke Hudson who made sure Thea Hale believed in herself. It's Andre Chase who first gave her that belief.
So tell me, why aren't they part of this big party that's going on with Thea Hale? Can you answer that?
Booker, we'll have to go back and watch NXT on Peacock to relive some of the action, and we can go through all the events that transpired. As now Thea Hale looking to go to the outside, and nasty landing, and I think Stratton was able just to duck her shoulders out of the way, and Hale kind of rolled right off. Almost. And now Stratton going to make her pay spine first into the post.
That was a counter right there, Vic. I mean, Tiffany Stratton almost spotted that thought before it actually happened and made do on it. It was a great move.
And there again, Hudson. Chase, to your point, who gets credit? Those two. They've been in Thea Hale's corner since the beginning.
I'm not talking about his cheerleaders.
Andre Chase. Andre Chase recruited
Come on, I'm not talking about his cheerleaders, Vic. I'm talking about guys that's been in the gym with Thea Hale, giving her that expert tutelage. Who was it?
Well, right now you talk about tutelage and studying whatever you want. Tiffany Stratton is coming with a game plan. She is focusing on the lower back, the spine, after driving Hale into that post. Now taking a moment to soak in the jeers from the NXT teams. Can you believe Tiffany Stratton believes she's underappreciated?
Of course. I mean, listen to these fans. These fans should be 100% behind Tiffany Stratton. She's the champion of NXT. What are you thinking, Vic?
Booker, she's athletically gifted. She's picked up this industry. Yes, she won the title, but she's self-righteous. That attitude, no one wants to be around that.
You need to be self-righteous in this business, Vic. It's not about having a bestie.
And now again, 2 knees into the back, and Hale nowhere to go. And Thea Hale, referee, is in great position in this submission match, where the only way to win, the only way for Stratton to retain, is to make Hale quit in the match in a nice counter by Hale, able to break the grip, but right back up. And now, Thea Hale has got to get some offense. She's got to put something together here. She's got to take away the momentum from Tiffany Stratton.
I mean, Thea Hale, like I said, she's a rising star.
Oh, tilt-a-whirl backbreaker.
Pressure under the bright lights here at the Great American Bash is you can feel it, Vic. You can cut it with a knife.
First premium live event as champion. I would ask you, Booker, does that change a mindset? But for Tiffany Stratton, she doesn't seem bothered by the pressure.
Oh, yes. I always talk about having that championship, Vic. It gives you that cloak of invincibility. And you look at Tiffany Stratton. She's strutting. She's looking real good here tonight.
Of course, Tiffany Stratton always wanting the attention. And now again, looking for another submission. And I don't know if the hands are locked underneath, but if they are, this certainly is painful if you're Thea Hale, and they are. Great job by our crew here. The hands are locked. Stratton right now trying to break the back of Hale.
Tiffany Stratton, not just a pretty face.
Going for Hale to go.
She puts the work in, week out. She says she works harder than every woman in that locker room, and I believe her.
Whoa, Hale does it, and is able to counter.
Whoa.
With a backdrop that might just rock Stratton trying to follow up, and oh, the back. The back of Hale just giving out, and Stratton knows it. Stratton senses it, going for another tilt-a-whirl backbreaker counter with an arm drag.
The hard knee by Tiffany Stratton to break that lock also, Vic. Oh, yes.
And there's something here that the champion does not have. She does not have the support of Andre Chase, the MVP Duke Hudson, or Chase U. And that time the suplex connects.
Can you tell me when the last time cheerleaders won the match?
Never.
You got to get in there and do it yourself. That's what Thea Hale is going to have to do, and she needs to move, man.
Well, Booker, sometimes it takes that little extra, but this time, a little bit too much. Time wasted. Hale got caught, and now she's getting squeezed around the ribs, and if you can't breathe, you can't fight.
Yeah, one thing about that Kimura, like, you got to be in the right position and actually lock it in, and right now Thea Hale is in a lot of trouble.
And there's that Chase U student section. You asked, when was the last time cheerleaders won? They haven't, but you know what Chase U does? They can give you a little extra motivation. They can get you to dig down a little bit deeper. When you don't think you have anything left, you can find a little bit extra, and that's what Hale needs right now, because Hale is fading.
I agree. It's like home court advantage. It does help just a little bit, but Thea Hale, Vic, Thea Hale is on another level, man.
And while Stratton wants to be at the center of attention, if she loses, she'll be in the record books. Hale would become the youngest women's champion ever. That's not a stat that Stratton wants to be a part of. As Stratton again driving, countered, bulldog. Can Hale rally now in this moment? Able to knock down Stratton.
Beautiful counter there by Thea Hale.
Is this wise book with the back? It didn't work earlier, but it works now for Hale. And Thea Hale said she doesn't need a miracle like Stratton believes. She only needs a chance.
And adrenaline, Vic. Adrenaline, you're going to need that. Thea Hale has a lot of adrenaline going for her.
Booker, remember earlier in the match when we talked about the back into the post? Did you just see Stratton's shoulder pop off the steel? And now Hale to the top. The challenger looking down. The champion able to roll through.
Look at the strength.
But remember the post. Is there enough strength in the shoulder of Stratton? Thea. Can she counter? Trying to lock in the Kimura. And last-ditch effort, desperation.
Wow.
Stratton sensed it. She realized it and is able to create a little separation. Taking a look. Thea Hale close to locking in that patented Kimura, and then bam! Stratton able to break the hold and continue this matchup. Again, is a submission match. The only way to win is to make your opponent tap. And Stratton was looking for that moonsault. Hale, though, trying to get to the top. Both these superstars have put in the work. You can see they've put in the film study. They know what to expect from the back and forth battles these two have had. But what now is on the mind of
Vic.
Thea Hale? All the way to the top. Anxious moment here at the Great American Bash. Exploded from the top. Hale, though, can't go for pin, goes for a submission.
Oh, goes.
Try to lock into Kimura. The arm isn't totally bent up.
That bottom rope, Vic.
And it didn't matter. She didn't have to break the hold, Booker. There's no disqualification. She's gonna make her tap. Is that a tap?
No, it wasn't.
Referee in great position. Oh, Stratton reaching out. And look at the official. He's telling her. There's no rope break.
She's just using the rope, Vic. She's just using it for leverage.
And the official telling Thea Hale, back up and right back into another Kimura. And no, the corner of the barricade back into the spine. And how much that lower back right now on fire of Hale.
Talking about the fighter and this young lady, Tiffany Stratton, breaking 2 Kimura locks to be in this position right here, Vic. Give it up, man.
The NXT Universe has been very vocal, is now looking for the prettiest moonsault ever, right into that lower back. The back that has been the focal point for Stratton, who's trying to possibly lock in a Boston Crab. And Book, you've been in this hold. You know the pain.
Oh, it's excruciating, Vic. The pain on the lower lumbar right now is, oh man, unbelievable.
And again, Thea Hale's in a lot of trouble. There's Andre Chase trying to give some words of encouragement, trying to help Thea Hale. Chase, you trying to rally Thea Hale. Reaching out, there's Duke Hudson as well. Hudson trying to reach. And Stratton pulling. Thea Hale back in. Oh, the pain's got to be excruciating. Look at the face of Hale. Trying to reach out. Hudson's right there. Chase right there. One more time. Stratton, but look at the body of Stratton giving out a little bit. So much been taken out of her throughout this matchup. She's back up and almost like she reloaded. She recharged, and she's right back in.
Dig in deep, Vic. You gotta cinch it. You gotta lean back real. Come on, you can do it.
Spine being bent of Hale. One more time.
Just think about the damage, though, Vic. Just think about the damage being done here.
There's nowhere for Hale to go. Thea Hale's in a lot of trouble right now. And one more time, Stratton trying to get back up or reposition yourself to inflict just that much more damage. Chase screaming, fight. Chase screaming, fight. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, wow.
Andre Chase throwing in the towel.
Still, the NXT Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton.
Wow.
I mean, wow. Look, you see the look on
you gotta be kidding.
Hudson's face. I understand what you're thinking.
Wow. All that hard work.
Right now.
All that hard work this young lady put in. For that.
Well, back to the matchup here, which again was a submission matchup. This really part of the best chance for Thea Hale off the top. It was high risk and paid off for Thea Hale, who was in control, was able to roll through, was able to lock in somewhat of the Kimura. Didn't have it in all the way as she wanted. Had it in right here, but look, right here, Book. Able to reach out was Tiffany Stratton back in the ring. Stratton was able to hit the prettiest moonsault ever to the lower back of Thea Hale. The pain shooting through Thea Hale's body would lock in this deep Boston Crab, switch to a single leg crab, and then no choice for Andre Chase but to toss in the towel. And Tiffany Stratton remains the center of the NXT universe. It was on the Great American Bash kickoff show. What an 8-person tag team matchup we had. And we got to give credit, Booker, to all 8 of these superstars who brought it from the very beginning. For some, It was the first time on a premium live event, and they certainly brought the heat to start the night.
Yes, indeed. And did they bring the heat? Check out that move right there by Nathan Frazer.
Nathan Frazer, the True Heritage Cup champion, would wipe out the counterfeit Cup champion, that being Noam Dar, which would open the door for Dragon Lee to take down Noam Dar's main man, Mensah, here on the Great American Bash kickoff show early on tonight. What a night it has been for those four.
Dragon Lee in the Heritage Cup champion.
Thank you so much for all your help, bro. Thank you so much.
Muchas gracias. Qué chido estuvo.
La rompimos. Gracias. Muchas gracias.
Tom, look. It's a wannabe Rey Mysterio.
It would be my honor to be anything like Rey Mysterio. Because he's a legend. Pero, no te confundas. ¿Cómo? I have my own story. Tengo mi propia historia. And you know who I am.
Like I said last week, I made the Mysterio name relevant. And my dad, he's just a hypocrite, a deadbeat who only likes to help others that look like him. Not an original, like me, como yo. Mami, let's go.
Si no te pega tu papá.
Who interfered? Who told them to get involved?
They went rogue.
Who's in control here? There is a wolf in sheep's clothing.
There's no wolf, it's just two followers that made a mistake.
Come on. You know that it was
It's
them.
not them, they're gone.
Don't let one match ruin our harmony. But if I wasn't shoved into Carmelo last week, this wouldn't even be happening.
Are you trying to suggest that had anything to do with us?
Well, someone's trying to start something.
It was them.
That's enough. I'm not going to let this divide us. We will put an end to this problem next week because there will be an interrogation.
I like that. We'll line each member up one by one.
And we will make all of them remove their masks until we find out exactly who these two sheep are.
Okay, now you're talking.
Well, it seems Schism has more questions than answers. This Tuesday will be very interesting for these four on NXT, but also this Tuesday, live on USA, Lyra Valkyria will look to prove herself to the Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley, while Jacy Jayne will look to take more than just feathers from Valkyria. These two go one-on-one again in a rematch Tuesday on NXT. Dijak not impressed with Eddie Thorpe in his recent victory. Well, Tuesday, Thorpe has the chance to leave a lasting impression. These two set for a collision course Tuesday on NXT. When we talk about collision courses in a matter of moments, these two alphas will face as one looks to fulfill a destiny while the other looks to grow his dynasty. Final moments for the challenger as there you see the champion swag in full effect with Trick Williams by his side. It is main event time at the Great American Bash. Let's call it what it is, Book. No one has been better in recent months than Ilya Dragunov. He's beaten a former NXT champion. He's defeated WrestleMania caliber superstars, not to mention that victory he had at Battleground.
Love everything about this kid, Ilya Dragunov. I mean, look at him keeping pace with the music right there, looking to play his greatest symphony here tonight.
You've been excited since the beginning,
I'm serious. I mean, this kid right here is one of my favorites, and tonight he's got a battle on his hands like no other against that man, and we know who that is.
One thing that we have seen time and time again with the challenger is his ability to dish it out.
Wow, look at the eyes.
And also the fact that pain makes him feel alive.
scary, man. Oh, yeah. This is it, Vic.
Well, the American dream certainly being lived by the NXT champion. But we just ran through Ilya Dragunov. You talked very highly of the challenger. After Tuesday, Booker, there's something that keeps popping up in my mind, something that you see on social media, something that maybe there's a whisper in the locker room. Can Hayes hold up physically against the challenger? Can he withstand everything that Ilya Dragunov is willing to do to win the title?
It's going to be a hard road to hoe here tonight with this man Dragunov, because every advantage Carmelo Hayes has, it cancels out tonight with this young man.
Trick called cap on Dragunov, respecting he and Carmelo, just so you know, cap means lion, Book.
I do know that. Yeah, all right.
I was making sure. And Trick Williams focused on Dragunov as well as Hayes.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the NXT Championship. Introducing first the challenger, Ilya Dragunov. And his opponent, accompanied by Trick Williams, he is the NXT Champion, Carmelo Hayes.
NXT title on the line. Booker, take a look in the ring. Neither man is backing down. Limits tonight are going to be tested. It's one man's destiny versus the other's dynasty. You want to leave your mark? This is the stage. This is the atmosphere. It's the main event of the Great American Bash.
Yes, indeed. It's not going to come down to who's got the better cardio or anything like that. It's going to be who lands that big shot and who lands it first. That's what I think, Vic.
You know, you've been around Carmelo Hayes a lot, and, you know, let's pull it back a little bit. Carmelo Hayes has come up to you and asked for advice time and time again over the last year. Have you noticed any sort of change in the last week in the champion?
Not at all. I mean, he's a student of the game. He knows exactly what it's going to take to go out here and compete against someone like Dragunov. Beating him, that's a totally different game, man.
Carmelo Hayes also is a superstar, and we think about who embodies NXT. He's lived up to the billing. First title he won within 4 months of his debut. He's the first to unify 2 titles. He's the first and only to hold 3 different singles titles here in NXT.
Carmelo, he is truly that man. He's him. And I always say, it's like the wind with this guy. You can feel him, but you just can't touch him. But you know he's there. Oh, yes, look at that beautiful arm.
All night long, trending #1, the Great American Bash. This the main event. And for Carmelo Hayes.
And what we trending at?
On X.
Oh, damn.
Trending on X. And for Carmelo Hayes, you have to assume he went back and studied Ilya Dragunov, the fights that we talked about moments ago, but also that hellacious slugfest Dragunov had with Gunther.
Look, you cannot walk into the unknown with someone like a Ilya Dragunov, not understanding his ability and how far he's willing to go. You better understand, he's a killer, man.
And we talk about Trick Williams, who's on the outside, had a little fun.
Oh, beautiful hip block.
Moments ago, form across the face, and quickly Hayes able to kick out. Trick was upset Tuesday. he let Hayes know his feelings, but then he led Hayes into dangerous territory. Think about how we went off the air Tuesday night on USA.
Beat him like he stole something. And that's right. My thing is, you don't concern yourself with business that don't concern you, Vic.
Well, you told me that time and time again.
Many
you
times.
should tell that to Trick Williams as he's here supporting his friend, the NXT champion, Carmelo Hayes. Hayes right now trying to navigate his way free from Dragunov, and certainly does.
I like it, trying to slow the pace down here with Dragunov, trying to wrestle Dragunov. I like the strategy.
Oh, just got kicked in the face, and that might change the strategy. Trying to turn things around, and again, Carmelo feeling the effects,
no.
but he's staying composed.
Carmelo's trying to keep Dragunov, what we call, Vic, trying to keep him close to the body right now in the early on in this match.
NXT Universe chanting Mello here in Texas. And for Carmelo, you know, you talked about the pace booker a second ago too. Carmelo Hayes, we usually see try to have a faster pace in a matchup. Do you think it's wise for him to maybe go outside his norm?
No, he's learning, Vic. I mean, even though Carmelo Hayes has been multiple champion, he's still in his learning stage. I like that right there. I like that right there, just slowing the pace down. And Dragunov, we know he likes to go all out, Vic.
He certainly does. And, you know, now look at Hayes. We talk about bringing the pain, just putting his forearm right across the cheekbone time and time again of the challenger, who has stated he loves pain. It makes him feel alive, as we have seen. And now it's Hayes. And now the pace starting to quick, though, between Hayes and Dragunov. Dragunov from behind, trying to lift up. Hayes trying to counter. Champion trying to get back to his feet and able to counter.
There you go. There you go. They got to land a shot here, too, there. You just can't wrestle someone like Dragunov.
Whoa. That, though, may have just awakened something inside Dragunov, who's charging right at Carmelo Hayes, and we said neither man's going to back down in this match.
Oh, here we go. Fight just broke out, Vic.
Dragunov trying to shake feeling back in. And look at Hayes, though. We questioned if Hayes was going to be able to stand up physically to everything that Dragunov was going to bring. Early on in this matchup, though, Hayes really hasn't had to absorb too much punishment. Springboard, caught Dragunov.
This man right here, Carmelo Hayes, he's gonna fly. He's gonna go out there and showboat a little bit, but you gotta be able to fight with someone like Dragunov like that. You gotta land big shots.
Well, that was a big pump kick right under the jaw, and look at Hayes, though, feeling the effects of just one chop from Dragunov. You can see Trick Williams out here talking a little smack back into the ring on the replay. Bam! That's that quickness we talked about in Carmelo Hayes, but you said it's a growing experience for Hayes, who now can hear from the NXT Universe.
I like this, Vic. He's not rushing into anything right there. Could have got lured into a big shot by Dragunov outside. I like that.
Dragunov putting on the brakes, going right to the midsection now of Hayes. And Dragunov, though, a few extra seconds on the outside might have helped him as well. Big clothesline. Didn't even take Dragunov off his feet.
Yeah, but it was a big shot, though, Vic.
It was a big, and trying for a second, but this time the challenger catching the champion. A couple of short forearm shots from Hayes, not really doing too much. And that kick certainly did a lot. Williams concerned, and Dragunov just landed his first big blow of the matchup.
I think Dragunov just woke up, Vic.
Huge main event, huge fight feel, big time atmosphere here in Texas. Hayes, though, starting to sense he's got to break the grip, create separation. Ooh, just that little forearm to the back, rocking. Oh no, wait, forget that, just caught, just dropped the champion. German suplex, and Hayes back to his feet, but not for long.
Momentum has changed dramatically. One thing about Dragunov, Vic, you got to separate this young man from his senses in order to beat him, and he's nowhere near that.
Dragunov said he's not afraid to get ugly in the ring, called himself a scrappy individual, and right here, catch, and then the landing. Bam! Driving the wind. Oh my gosh, what a kick.
No, this is what Carmelo Hayes is gonna have to go in a match. He's gonna have to endure a lot of punishment in a matchup like this, but this is what champions are made of.
We talk about championships too, Booker. As UK champion, as United Kingdom champion, Dragunov had to relinquish the title due to injury. He never got a one-on-one rematch. That has to eat at a man's soul. That's certainly something that Dragunov is going to be thinking of here tonight.
Of course it does, Vic, and I've been saying Dragunov is so close. He's one match away from cashing in, and I wonder if this is going to be that night here at the Great American Bash.
You want this, dog. Come on. You want this, dog. Come on. You felt that before. You straight. You straight. You still got your energy in, man. Come on.
And here Williams trying to remind Carmelo Hayes. But look who's on their feet, Book. We take a look up from the monitor for a moment. Dragunov is stalking Hayes.
Yes, right now look like Carmelo Hayes, I don't know, his equilibrium may be off or something, but right now it looks a little confusing. That's not going to help. Oh, yes.
We talk about a game plan for the champion coming into this matchup. Oh, would he be able to physically stand up against the challenger? Would he be able to absorb everything that Dragunov would be able to throw at him in any given moment? And right now, Carmelo Hayes, as you said, being tested. He's getting into deep waters that he hasn't seen often, not only as champion, but even in NXT. Man.
It's a different kind of fight right now.
Another suplex with a bridge, shoulders down, title on the line, and the champion just able to kick out.
Take Carmelo Hayes, like you said, to those deep waters, draw him in and drown him. That's what he's trying to do, Vic.
You talk about the game plans too, Booker. Dragunov has had an answer, bang, for everything that Carmelo Hayes has, boom, thrown at him in this matchup. But Hayes, in the moment, able to fight, able to continue. And as we say about Dragunov, Hayes is the one that's now having to push through.
I mean, he is, but getting dropped on the back of your head, Vic, over and over, it's gonna wear on you. It's gonna wear on you.
Dragunov said he would break Trick on Tuesday. He did. He said he would break the champion tonight, and he could be on his way to doing so.
Mean, Vic.
Senton! Right back into the ribs. Another cover and another near fall. Hayes able to kick up, but look at Dragunov, and I think this is what you were alluding to earlier. Dragunov is able to keep Hayes so close. Hayes isn't able to get a breath. Hayes isn't able to regroup.
Ultimate pressure right here. Right now, he's just grinding on Carmelo Hayes, trying to suck all the oxygen out of the lungs. And right now, Carmelo Hayes, he needs to move, Vic.
Dragunov able to keep the weight on, and Hayes trying to shift the body weight a little bit to get back to his feet. He has done so. Now trying to break the hold, but Dragunov let him out just to try to knock him out.
Wow. Talking about a knockout blow, Vic.
You look up, I don't think Hayes even realizes where he's at in a moment. And another massive shot from Dragunov.
Carmelo might be out, Vic.
The eyes of Carmelo Hayes telling a story, as are the eyes of Trick Williams, who is seeing his friend, his partner, get decimated.
Oh, man.
If the turnbuckle wasn't there, Booker, would Hayes be on his feet?
Oh, that man still got fight left in the body, Vic.
He does, but there's also fight in the challenger, who now is just even more angry. More determined and more pissed off.
Rapid fire. Oh, God.
Dragunov off the chop, falls into the cover, hook of the leg, title on the line, and again, Hayes able to kick out, and Hayes just screamed in agony.
Carmelo Hayes is at that moment where he's gonna have to suck it up. Oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna have to suck it up.
Look how bright red Carmelo Hayes is chested. You can see the fingerprints of Dragunov, the handprint left on the chest of the champion. And we can feel now why Ilya Dragunov was seeing red in his entrance. He is focused. He is fueled in this matchup. And for Hayes, another one, Booker. And not often we see Carmelo Hayes drop after just a body shot to the back.
That forearm shiver, Vic, that forearm shiver don't get enough credit. And I tell you, when Dragunov deliver it, you feel it. Oh, yes.
Able to stay in front, and now again chopping down the champion.
Wow.
But you gotta wonder, look at Dragunov. How much has been taken out of Dragunov, who just got caught? Dragunov, momentum, Constantine special. Into the cover again. Oh, Carmelo Hayes is showing you why he's the NXT champion. You see the welts forming on his back, on his chest, on his side, but he's not being held down. We are live in Austin, Texas, the main event of NXT's Great American Bash. NXT title on the line. The champion has absorbed a lot of punishment here tonight, courtesy of the challenger, Ilya Dragunov, who doesn't look to be slowing down.
But you got to give a champion a lot of credit because I didn't think he could go toe-to-toe with Dragunov, but he's doing a hell of a job, Vic.
He said he might be out, and now look at Dragunov. Look at the position in which Dragunov is in. Dragunov right now is just punishing Carmelo Hayes.
Oh, right now Carmelo's in a bad spot.
Oh, and the body scissors is locked, Book.
He's in a bad spot. His oxygen gonna cut off here in a second if you don't do something.
Look
and you
at
can
Hayes.
see it.
Look at Hayes. Look at Williams. Hayes, though, fading so close, trying to reach out. The body scissors, though, squeeze in the air. Dragunov trying to hold on. Hayes doing anything he can to try to bend back a digit. But Dragunov rolling Hayes to the center, and things are looking bleak.
Yeah, but right now Dragunov got a little high right there, and right now Carmelo's able to escape. Oh no!
Right back down.
Oh, no.
Hazel rolls, shoulders down. And Dragunov had to relinquish the hold, and Hayes charging right in. Oh! Just when Hayes gets going, just when you think the champion has some momentum, the door gets shut, challenger cover, and a kick out.
Man, talking about a fight, Vic.
I'll say this though, Book, because we're seeing the reaction now from the challenger. He has thrown everything at Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes has continued to persevere. Do you think doubt is starting to set in? Ilya Dragunov, like, man, what the hell do I got to do to win?
Doubt may be setting in, but we know Dragunov, Vic. He loves this. He loves the art of combat. He loves pain, and right now he's in his zone. Oh, yes.
Short arm clothesline. And Dragunov just peeling Hayes off the canvas, looking for a second.
Man, let's go.
Well, you can hear that clothesline in Houston, Book. And trying for the trifecta. But Hayes, every kick from Hayes, Dragunov still hasn't let go of the champion.
All headshots too, Vic.
With the champion now holding on to the challenger. And look at Hayes go.
Oh, that man. That young man, Vic.
Hayes is answering questions tonight about his own durability. But Dragunov, right back up. Hayes right back in, up and around. Drop the challenger.
Wow. You see the momentum on that, Vic.
NXT Universe fired up. Taking a look. First it was a kick, and it's almost like the momentum coming off that middle rope.
Oh, my God.
Carmelo Hayes. These two giving it all. And look at Hayes coming in. Hayes going right to work at the body, trying to chop down Dragunov, but Dragunov, answering right back. Again, Booker, is it going to be the dynasty? Is it going to be the destiny? Here tonight in the main event.
It's Carmelo Hayes I was looking for right here, Vic. We always watch Carmelo fly, but I'm looking for that Carmelo Hayes that's going to get in the fight and throw hands. That's what I'm looking for, man.
Well, Hayes has been in the fight. Hayes is trying to throw hands. Dragunov is trying to chop Hayes down, but look at Hayes coming right back in, and now he's going to the body again. Hayes!
I'm talking about right there, Vic. I mean, when you get in here and go mano a mano, that's what this business is truly made of, man.
We might be in Austin, Texas right now, but Dragunov answering right back. Hayes trying to show he's got a heart the size of Texas. Going up, and this is the Carmelo Hayes we've seen in the past.
Yes.
And is Carmelo Hayes now, maybe Hayes getting that second, maybe that third win, and maybe, just maybe, Trick Williams on the outside is going to give him that extra boost, so to speak.
Not just that third win, or he's getting that third, fourth gear, Vic. This is what we talk about. You got to be able to shift gears, especially with somebody like Dragunov.
Look, Hayes, so much taken out of Hayes. He knew he couldn't get the cover again. Look at the blood blister forming on the chest of Hayes, who's going in. Oh, was looking for that first 48, got countered, and Dragunov right back on top like a pit bull.
Yes, indeed.
Like a madman possessed.
No.
Raining it down those elbows.
No.
Dragunov could be looking for the knockout. Referee might have to use his discretion. If Hayes is out, we're going to have a new champion in Texas.
Carmelo needs to move. He needs to put a hand up when those elbows are getting rained down on him like that, Vic.
Hayes swung wildly and missed, but now Hayes has got the neck. Hayes is raining down elbows. Hayes breaking the hold, breaking separation. In and around, Hayes one step ahead. Big DDT!
You got to be kidding me.
Covered that
He
man!
got all of
Covered
it.
that
He
man!
got all of it.
Oh, he did, but didn't get enough.
Wow. People just came out of their seats on that one, Vic.
What is it going to take to keep the other down? This certainly is. And I can tell you, Dusty Rhodes would be proud of this main event.
Dusty's looking down right now. He's so proud of these young men in the middle of this ring, leaving it all in the middle of this ring. You
And
got
look at Hayes. Hayes right now, one after another. Hayes is going to a different zone, a zone we haven't seen.
Going up top, Vic. He's going up top, looking down. Oh, no!
A little too much time. Dragunov made him pay. And a little bit extra from Dragunov, who somehow is on his feet, holding himself up. Could be looking for that exclamation point. Dragunov, big senton, and he got all of it. Into the cover. And, what a kick out. What a fight. And if there was doubt about Carmelo Hayes, he's answering that right now.
I'm wondering about Carmelo Hayes. I'm wondering, is he at that limit? What does he have left in the tank? Because Dragunov is looking to finish it right here, Vic.
Dragunov looking to go coast to coast. Got caught! Hayes the match. Dragunov the fuse. Boom on that first 48.
Wow, looks like he's going up for it, Vic.
Wasting no time trying to get to the top. Starting that climb. Because when this man shoots, this man don't miss. Oh, he got caught.
Wow. Wow.
Dragunov hit a power bomb.
Wow.
Hayes was looking for nothing but net, but found nothing.
Are we looking at a new champion, Vic?
Boom! One more time. Hayes is out. I just looked over. Alicia Taylor, our ring announcer, just came out of her damn seat. She was getting ready to make the announcement.
I thought that was it, Vic. I thought we had a new champion right here.
We talk about we question can hold up physically. Nothing more physical than this. Boom! Dragunov has won countless matches, but not tonight. Not enough to put out the champ. Not enough to keep down Carmelo Hayes.
He's resilient, Vic. He's resilient. He's using everything in his body that God possessed him with. Oh my God, man, come on.
He's answering all the questions. But Ilya Dragunov now, as he has in the past, pushing through, persevering, will not be stopped, will not be denied. Believes it is his destiny to be the NXT champion. Willing to lay it all on the line. Willing to destroy himself, to destroy Carmelo Hayes.
Yes, indeed. We know how far the Mad Dragon is willing to go. We're up top, Vic.
Big, oh, cutter!
Wow!
A cutter! A crawl! A cover! A count! And, oh, Booker, what the hell's it gonna take?
Wow.
What is it going to take to keep these men down?
You gotta be kidding me. I thought that was it.
Holy
no way.
hell!
You gotta think this right now. You gotta make up in your mind. What you do this for? What you do this? Give me the title. Give me the title.
Trick's beside himself.
This is what you do it for. This is what
What you doing for? Make up your mind right now. Are you a fraud? Are you a champion? Are you a fraud? Are you a champion? Come on. Think deep. It's fourth quarter. Come on.
It is the fourth quarter. Time is running out. The sand in the dial, there's only a few grains left maybe for Hayes. Same could be said for Dragunov. And I've asked this before, Book. Is it the dynasty? Is it the man's destiny? Oh.
This is war, Vic.
Again, referee taking a close look at Carmelo Hayes. Hayes, though, continuing to fight, continuing to keep those hands up, continuing to strike.
What it mean to be in the trenches right here, Vic. It's what champions are made of. You gotta love it.
Hayes just reached back to Boston here in Austin for that chop. You gotta wonder if that motivation of Trick Williams is what's gonna be able to carry Carmelo Hayes over the finish line here tonight.
I mean, Carmelo Hayes has all the tools, Vic. We know that. But this is about endurance. This is about who wants it most. This is about the championship.
Oh! These boys letting it all hang out here tonight. And one more time, Williams trying to hype up Carmelo Hayes. Williams reminding why Hayes does this. What's made a generation? Oh no! Dragunov was looking for that torpedo Moscow. Carmelo Hayes' presence of mind got out of the way. The Trick may have shoved him to the side, seeing it come.
Wow.
Referee starting his count. Dragunov could be out on his feet. But Hayes realizing he's got to go for it. He's got to get that knockout blow. He's scaling to the top, looking to shoot nothing but this.
Wow, got it.
Oh, he got all of it and then some. Hayes retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the NXT champion, Carmelo Hayes.
Book take nothing away from Ilya Dragunov tonight. Has taken a look around. Standing ovation from some in the NXT universe for both these superstars. But on this very night, it's Carmelo Hayes who has his hand held high.
What a war, Vic.
Yeah, this certainly was. I mean, some of the action throughout this matchup. Ilya Dragunov looking for Constantine special for the second time. Got caught with that DDT. Wasn't enough, as we came to find, for Carmelo Hayes, because these two brought every heavy shot they could, including this giant top rope senton. Bam!
Wow.
Down across the chest of Carmelo Hayes. Wouldn't keep the champion down, but then Ilya Dragunov went deeper into the playbook. Look for that coast to coast. Hayes had it scouted, delivered that first 48 right under the jaw. Boom! And did you see the ricochet from Ilya Dragunov? Carmelo Hayes, though, couldn't keep him down from the top. Dragunov looking for that superplex instead. A nasty cutter from Carmelo. These two were able to go inside, outside, but it was on the outside, right here, torpedo Moscow, and upon a second glance, I'm not 100% sure. Dragunov didn't bounce off that NXT title, but in the end, it was nothing but net and splash. The man shoots, he don't miss. He's got another name in the rafters here tonight, that being Carmelo Hayes. And Hayes' will, his desire, his ambition, it was Texas size tonight. And it's the Melo dynasty that continues to grow in NXT.